Hi friends! Oh my goodness, wait till you see today's project. I recently made this at my Serene Stampers holiday dinner and it was just so much fun to make. I had to do a video. So I'm going to show you what I'm using for this project. I have my early espresso ink pad, a piece of scrap fairy vanilla, you can use Whisper White. I have some cardstock that I've punched out using this Sprig leaf punch. Oh my goodness, I love this. It's in our holiday catalog. I use it all the time, and I just punched out a bunch of leaves just like this, and I just punched a whole bunch out of old olive, and I got a couple mossy meadow and some garden green. I have a bow that I've already made using some of our satin ribbon, some pearls, and the cherry cobbler blend marker, and then some wood pieces. So these were one piece like this that I bought at our local dollar store and then just cut them in half. So this actually measures 3 by 3.5 roughly. I also have a piece of our wood grain designer series paper, and I am going to go ahead and put this on first. I'm just using my liquid glue, and I want this to actually look like wood. I know it is wood, but I want the pattern on it. So I'm just going to put some glue right on the board, making sure to get the corners. A little bit more on there. And then I'm going to position that right on top, smushing the glue around. I think that's pretty good. Trim off the excess paper. So now I just have some sandpaper, and I'm going to sand the edges. So if you're one of those people that you don't like that sound, you might want to hit the mute button. So I'm just going all around the edge of the paper. There it is, sanded all the way around. And now I'm going to take my early espresso and a sponge and just sponge these edges. That is done. Now I want to trace a circle on here, so I'm just using one of my dies from the layering circle dies, positioning it on, and because this particular design of the wood grain's dark, I'm going to use a white pencil, and I'm just centering it. And this is going to be our guideline. Kind of hard to see, so I can imagine it's even harder for you, but you will get the gist of it. Okay, so the next step is adding my greenery. So you see how on this sprig you've got a bit of a curved edge. I want that to go all the way on the outside. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue and put it right on that line, and repeat. And where this little notch is, can you see that? Where that little notch is, that is going to go right over top this little notch. So I'll move this up so you can see it, and I'm putting it right on the same line. I'm just following that line. So you can see how they're just interlocking. So you're just going to repeat this all the way around. Now, I was inspired by some different projects I had seen on Pinterest, and then also some other, quite a few people actually have been making some beautiful wreaths using this, this sprig leaf. So I had to just play with it and kind of come up with my own little ornament, and it turned out really, really good. So I've been wanting to make some more for gifts. So and I added an old olive in there just to kind of break it up. I think I'm going to add a mossy meadow as well. So again, I'm just interlocking them and just following my circle all the way around. Okay, so now that I'm getting near the end, I'm just kind of tucking them underneath the first sprigs that I put down. And it's really important to keep that curved stem to the outside of your wreath. So I think this is going to be my last one, just to make it a little more full down here. There's my wreath. How pretty is that? I love it. Really, really pretty. And of course, these will be used for many other projects. Okay, so once you determine which way you want your little ornament to go, then that will determine where you put the bow. So where's my bow? Here's my bow. So I've got my handy duty crazy hot glue gun here. This glue gun is so hot, it's ridiculous. And now I'm going to do my banner. So I've got my little Whisper White, or sorry, this is Fairy Vanilla. I'm using the Hung with Care host set. I love the script for the Merry Christmas on here, so that's what we're using. And I am stamping this with Early Espresso. Right in the center. So I'm going to flag the ends. Okay, you'll notice I'm keeping the banner quite a bit longer than I normally do. There's a reason for that, which I will show you in a minute. However, that's not even, so just one sec. So I'm going up the center and then from corner into the center. Alright. I'm just going to add a little bit more sponging on this. Okay. Now I'm taking my bone folder and I'm going to bend it over right where the Christmas ends and bend it over right where the Merry starts. I've got those little bends there, right? And now I'm just folding up these little tips. You see? And I'm actually going to just kind of run my bone folder in the center, underneath, and on the bottom, just to kind of break up the fibers on the paper a little bit and make it look a little bit more wavy. I really like how that turned out. And this is going to go on the front like that. Isn't that cute? So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. You could use the liquid glue. It's just since I've got my hot gun here, that's what I'm gonna use. And I saw a video tutorial where someone had made something similar using blocks. So you could really, different wooden blocks. So be creative, and there's so many different ideas online that you can just tweak and make your own and have fun. But that's quite often where I get a lot of my inspiration, and you know, by the time you start making your project, it totally does become your own, because then you're in the whole creative vortex and your creative juices are going. So that's what we have. Now I'm gonna take my pearls and my cherry cobbler Stampin' Blend, and you can see I've already got 2 pearls colored here. I'm gonna do another one, and I'm gonna do a total of 9. So what is that? 6, 7, 8, and we'll take this one, 9. So I'm just gonna let that dry for a second, and while that's drying, I want to add some ribbon to use as a hanger. I'm gonna use my Mossy Meadow cotton twine. This is part of the Festive Farmhouse collection. So I'm just trimming that there. Now you can add your ribbon any way you want, but I'm going to, what am I going to do? First of all, that's way more than what I need, so I'm going to cut that in half and save that for another one. And I'm gonna put, I should have done this before I put the bow on, but I'm just tucking up some of that greenery, putting a little bit of glue in there, and then I'm gonna push this down with my bone folder because it's so hot, and then, whoops, pulling the twine a bit. Oh my, that's all right. Okay, so that hides that end. And then I'm just simply going to put a little bit of glue here. And put that right on there. And the reason why I decided to put a little bit on the front and a little bit on the back is so that it doesn't wobble when I hang it up on the tree, or however I want to use this decoration. It won't, you know, hang forward. It will just balance nicely. And then what you can do is you can always grab, you know, a little heart or a little embellishment that you may happen to have handy, and you can cover this little end just like that, and then nobody will know, and it's gonna look pretty. And you can actually stamp on this wood as well. So you know what, let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to use the Homemade Kindness set, and I'm using the Wishing You a Cozy Season. So I actually sent one of these in the mail to my mom the other day, and this is what I stamped on the back. I don't have my label on this yet because I just got this stamp set, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to play with it. I have so many ideas. The problem is finding the time to make everything that you've got running around in your head. Anyhow, inking that up, and then just pushing down nice and firm, and I'm just holding it down for a second to make sure that the ink really goes into that wood. And look it, perfect. And when I popped this in the mail for my mom with her Christmas gifts, I actually used my pen to write my little message on it. So pen works on this too. But isn't that great how our stamps work on the wood? Okay, so let's get this finished. Coming back to the pearls, just kind of putting them 3 together in a little cluster. And I'm going to have 3 little clusters total. And they really pull that ribbon in nicely too. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I just love it. And I have some of my Champagne Mist Shimmer Paint in my bottle rubbing alcohol, which is almost empty, but I'm going to give it a spritz. And then it's going to make it all sparkly and pretty. Let that dry. Can you see the shimmer that's on there now? How about that, gang? I mean, what a beautiful little embellishment for a special gift or to hang on your tree. Just to give to a coworker, you can put it in one of our clear envelopes and decorate that. I love this. I just had so much fun making this, and I truly can't wait to make more. I have some friends coming over in December, and we're going to have a girls crafting party and just make some more ornaments and different little gifty things for Christmas and just relax. And I can't wait to make more of these. So I hope you give this a try because you're going to love it. So thank you for watching and happy stamping.